test. Okay, good. It looks like we're on. Fantastic. Cool. All right, we're on. Good stuff. Okay then, guys. So today we are going through week 1, session 1 on the leg plan. I will just say, this is the very first time that I've done live streaming by myself in a commercial gym. So naturally it is a little bit odd, I won't lie. A little bit concerning. I'm going to be real with you guys, okay? It's a bit strange. I have spoken to a couple of the PTs here who have said that it is okay. However, they are, I don't know if they're just being lenient with me because I have an existing relationship with them. Apparently it's not against policy in this gym, but we will see. If anybody has concerns about me doing this here, I'll have to stop. But we'll see how we get on. The other thing, obviously, that goes without saying is wherever there's likely to be anyone in the background, I'm going to ask them politely, you know, is it okay if I film here? I'm currently live. And yeah, I think it's really important to address the fact that, you know, using a camera in a gym is unusual, and the function of a gym is for people to come to train. So I divert to what people are comfortable with. Absolutely zero sense of entitlement here. Any needless to stress. But in any case, today is leg day. So just warming up. 5 minutes on the Stairmaster. But for now, just a little bit of dynamic stretching. Exercises today. Okay, we're going to work quads and hammies in equal measure, with a bit of calves at the end as well. And given that I do my heavy lifting, deadlifts typically on a Sunday session as part of a all-round powerlifting focused session, the focus on the weekly sessions is all about hypertrophy. It's not about lifting record-breaking weights. It's about achieving a great connection with the working muscle and stimulating muscle growth. Okay, cool. Right, just waiting for some equipment to be available. It's way busier than I expected this time of day. Okay.
Not many people do, but
Oh, I can imagine. It's not that kind of gym, is it?
yeah.
But I don't want to cross any
No, I
lines.
think people have like filmed before as well. I think.
Right. I'll always ask if someone's in the background, you know, like.
Oh,
If it, but sure. Okay. Okay then, right, so. First exercise, guys. We're going to work the adductors, okay? So with this machine, obviously, as with any machine, you want to warm up incrementally, okay? What that means is, you don't go straight into your working weight. You build up gradually, especially with a muscle group like the adductors, where you can be quite prone to a strain if you go in too hard too soon. So just starting up here, level 30 on the stack, just warming up. Just gonna hit 10 to 20 reps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, just warming up, 15, 16, pretty even tempo here, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, good. From this point here, we'll jump up from 30 to level 50. Now, the beauty of this is I can use this device, which is quite cool, to see what my phone is capturing. Use this device, which is quite cool, to see what my phone is capturing. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. All right, set 2, just warming up. This is not a working set. again, 10 to 20 reps, just warming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, good. Starting to feel that now. And this puts us in a good position to go into our first working set. Now, okay, guys, with this exercise, we're going to do 6 sets. Okay, this is 6 working sets. You can do it in a cluster / drop set style. So what this means is picking a weight, I'm going to hit absolute failure. Once I've hit failure, I'm going to give myself 10 seconds to rest, at which point I will go again. I'm going to do that for 6 total rounds. 6 total rounds, hitting failure on each. And if I can't get more than 5 or 6 reps, that's when I'll drop the weight. All right. First exercise. Okay. Okay. Cheers, George. It will pick up, I'm sure. All right. First working set. Let's go. Okay, we're on. Yep. Yep. Up. Yep. 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 Two. 1. Yep. 1. Yep. Up. Yeah. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep. Two more. 2, 1. Up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew. Okay. Good. Really good. Damn. So just finished that set there with a few partials. A really good way to end the set, work the muscle through the stretch portion of the lift. That's where you're gonna have more strength capacity. So just hit true failure by working the last, 10 repetitions in a partial range from the most stretched position. That's where a muscle has the most strength capacity. So that's exercise 1 done. On to the next move, leg extensions. Okay. Okay, so and we're just going to warm up incrementally again. So just work your way down to your working weight. I'll be initially lifting most likely with the stack. The main things I'm focusing on here are tension throughout the range and a big contraction at the top. When your hips are in flexion like this, your quads can shorten in the most maximal manner. We can get the most contraction when our hips are in flexion like this. So the real value of a leg extension, although you do want to get a full deep range as well, the real value of this is in that lockout phase. It is about quad shortening. So that's where we want to be. We don't want to use such a heavy weight that we can't get at least a few quality reps in the set where we achieve a real solid peak contraction at the top. So you'll notice that during this set that I focus on getting that full knee extension. Okay, good. And we're just working up the stack, or rather working down the stack, I should say. Okay, so in a similar fashion to what we just did on the adductor machine, we're going to be doing a drop set. It's a cluster set done in a drop set fashion. So what that means is I'm going to hit failure on the full stack. If I can't hit at least 5 reps, I will drop the weight and I'll go again. I'm going to give myself around 10 to 15 seconds between each cluster, and it just means that I can get a lot of work done in a very short space of time. Work to a high intensity and keep a good amount of load in the muscles whilst I commit to this cutting process. So, quick sip of water and we get going. Worth noting as well, you want to be fully resynthesized, fully energized before you go into these cluster sets, because they're pretty brutal. You don't want to be in any severe level of oxygen deficit. You want to be well recuperated, well rested before you attack this 6-part cluster set. So between your exercises, have ample rest. As you warm up to your working weight, make sure you're well rested after the last warm up, such that when you go into your cluster, you are going in fully. And guess what? It's time. All right. Okay. Yep. Ooh, okay, 10 seconds rest. We hit over 5 reps. So we go again, same weight. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep. 1. 2. 3. 4. One more. still hit over 5 reps. So we go again, same weight. Still on the initial starting weight. So we go again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's 3 rounds. We didn't quite hit the 5 reps. So at this point, we reduce the weight and we go again. Okay. All right. There's 10 seconds at least. 2, 3, go. Narrowly broke past 5 reps. We've got 2 more sets, so we go again. Same weight in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. 1. 2. Didn't hit the 5. It's a final set. We drop it again. I'm dropping it about 10% at a time. Nothing crazy. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. Wow. Oh my goodness. That was brutal. All right. Good. Next exercises. Phenomenal connection there in the quads. You'll also notice that I tend to control the eccentric. It's a lot slower on the way down than it is on the way up. A deliberate squeeze at the top, as I mentioned, the contraction phase, the peak contraction, the most shortened range of the quads here, is the most important element on this exercise, because it places a bias on the shortening of quads. Ooh. Next movement. Now ideally, I want to go into a hamstring movement. Hamstring curl is currently being used. And this is part and package of a training program, guys. This is real life. You know, often your program might say X followed by Y followed by Z, but in reality, public gym, it's not always going to work that way. My best advice is just move on to the next exercise. It's really that simple. So I'm going to move on to whatever I can do next. which isn't going to be too intrusive on anybody in the surrounding area. But you just got to come back to it. You know, this is the real world. So don't get hung up on that. Don't get hung up on the micro details. It's done. Although yes, there might be an optimal order to the way you go about your sessions. It's rarely going to work that way. Okay. So again? Yeah, I mean that's where look, I can see what's going on.
Okay.
So that's happening. I just 10 seconds back.
So all of a sudden, I'm waltzing in.
There he is.
We're about to go into the famous together.
That's right.
Well, pretty much everything famous. Have you got it all?
I think so. Pretty sure. Yeah. I just gotta. It's like my first time doing it in here. Just gotta kind of get used to the. It's a little bit.
Well, I was actually going to say to you, because obviously, like from over there, I was going to say you can speak up. Obviously, I know I'm over there.
Yeah. Oh, are you watching it on the stream?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
That picture up. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd be the exact same.
Tell you what. That office, I'll speak quietly like this, and it should be. I'll just speak quietly like this. So what you need to think about is it. You can do, yeah. Is it that'll be. Is it?
Yeah.
Keep it in range. That's good feedback.
To know Wall Street being like.
But this is the nature of what I'm trying to ascertain at this point in the game, is like what works and what really doesn't.
The thing is, well, technology, not to sound like 50, but so complicated.
Honestly, mate, this whole thing is a learning curve for me. So yes, it's back now. But yeah, I just got to be mindful of choosing angles where there's not likely to be much through traffic.
And if you were obviously like at the end of a dumbbell, obviously you know you're going to have someone do a dumbbell press next to you or something like that.
Yeah, I'm obviously going to be mindful of it the whole time.
I mean, you pick good times.
Did you see my schedule?
Yeah, it's like 3 p.m.-ish.
Yeah, and like some 10 a.m. ones and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so everyone's gone to work and no one's finished just yet.
No one's going to come back till like 5-ish, are they?
And also, because if you, like, especially during the day, like typical off-peak times, you're going to have a lot of like the older population who aren't really going to care either.
Yeah.
I feel like because they don't really know what it is, they just don't really say anything.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
I guess it would just become a case of like eventually I'll become part of the furniture and people are like, oh yeah, that's that guy. Hey, stay tuned. Cheers, Nate. Good to see you. All right. Okay. So, let's just see if this is picking it up. Yes, it is. Good. All right. Ideally it's going to be hamstring curls, but it's still in use. So we go into a leg press. Again, we're going to warm up incrementally. Okay, good. That's our working weight, for sure. Okay, so as I mentioned previously, you want to be, before you go into a cluster set where you're giving it your all for one major set, you want to be completely resynthesized. There's no point in going into a cluster set fatigued. It defeats the entire point. The function of a cluster set is density and intensity. It's about getting a huge amount of intense work done in a very short space of time. Now, although perceived intensity might be high, if you're going into a set fatigued, actual output will be diminished. That first set you hit of the 6 cluster sets, it has to be absolutely everything, and it cannot be compromised by having low energy. Okay. 10 seconds. Okay. Oh, round 3. Punishing stuff. 2. Oh. Ah. 10. 2 more. Oh, this absolutely destroys hams and glutes. If you get that depth right as well. Like me. In we go. Yeah. 2. 3. Oh. One more. One more. Let's go. One more. One more. One more. Oh. Yes. Oh. Fuck me. Good. Awesome. Fucking quality that. Legs are fucking fried. 3 exercises in and my legs are fucking fried. Oh, fucking quads right now are burning to shit. Okay, time to keep moving. Hammies. Hammies next. Let's go. Oh. Cool. All right, let's get some water. By the way, in my intra workout, I've got through it already, but I'll probably go through 2 or 3 of these bottles. These bottles are 700 mils. So I'll get through over 2 litres of water easily during my sessions. So the first one I have contains all my intra. It will contain 1 scoop of maltodextrin. It will contain a serving of beta-alanine, a serving of L-arginine, and a serving of citrulline. That does a fantastic job at maintaining my session strength endurance, my output, my focus. Combine that obviously with a pre-workout before I come in, I'm good to go. The other thing I'll do, and here's a little industry secret, one really important thing you can do to maintain your session output and your productivity is at about the halfway point, take about half a teaspoon of rock salt. It will just help you restore the lost minerals and it'll have a profound impact on your hydration and subsequent session performance. So half a teaspoon of rock salt before does the job. Hey, bud.
Just want to say, mate, you are fucking massive.
Oh, that's very, very kind of you, man. I really appreciate that.
What are you filming for? You, influencer?
I'm a coach, but I'm currently live streaming.
Are you
So
actually?
yeah, we're having this conversation live. What's your name?
I'm George. What's
George.
yours?
I'm Julian.
Julian.
Really good to meet you, man.
Good to meet you as well.
If you ever got any like questions or anything, need a spot or anything like that, just give me a shout. I'm more than happy to.
I trust you as well.
I appreciate that, man. How's your training going?
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Struggling with it, you know, just doing back and I feel like my forearms mostly.
Really? Okay, right. So what we want to do, I had a chat with a client about this morning. What we want to do is, every back movement you do, rather than gripping the weight and thinking about pulling it, grip the weight, thumb over, and think about pushing your elbow.
Push my elbow.
Push elbow rather than pulling with the hand. Does that make
If I
sense?
put my thumb over, I still feel like my forearms though.
So the internal cue now needs to be push with the elbow rather than pulling with the hand. So you're gripping onto it, think about pushing that elbow back. Can you see how that's a different mindset?
Yeah.
And bring some straps.
Straps.
So if at the point during your session where you start to get fatigued, get some straps on. Otherwise, you're right. You're gonna limit your output.
Yeah.
But George, right?
Yeah.
Great to meet you, man.
Great to meet you as
And
well.
if you ever need a spot or anything, give me a shout. Nice one, dude. A lot of time for that. Very kind of him to come and say hi and introduce himself. I'm new to this gym, so that's nice. That's really nice. Okay, same principle, guys. Incremental warm-up. I actually really like this hammy machine. Second time using it. First time I used it, absolutely outrageous DOMs. I still have DOMs from last week's session. 7 days on. Ridiculous. But I get a really good peak contraction and a really good stretch. Now, the real advantage of a seated hamstring is that it actually works the hamstrings through a lengthened range. Your hamstrings are most stretched when your hips are in flexion. So when you're sat in a chair, in this position, just like when you're reaching for your toes, you're stretching your hamstrings. Now there is a huge amount of growth to be had by working a muscle through its most stretched range. So if you are doing a seated hamstring curl, make sure you always find that full stretch. Avoid locking the knees if you can, but get as close to it as you can to get peak stretch through the hamstrings and maximize the growth. Okay. Almost up to working weight. Okay. Let's turn it on. Set of 6. Big stretch, big squeeze. Two more, come on. Come on, wake up. Yep. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, 5. One more. Oh. Okay, big stretch, big squeeze. Let's go. Big stretch, big squeeze. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Christ. Oh. Okay, good. That was horrific. Absolutely horrific. Move. Good. All right, it's 4 moves done. Okay. Okay. At this point, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to do some compound work. So we're going to work some split squats next. Going to go find a quiet space in the gym to do some split squats. I don't want to do it in the busiest area over there and get in everybody's way with the tripod. So we'll go and find a nice quiet spot, bring some dumbbells over. This is going to be 3 sets of 12 on each leg, obviously, so 6 total sets. Split squats is a good compound movement. Now that we've fried the quads, the hamstrings, the adductors, all in isolation, we're going to hit them now in a pre-exhausted state. So we don't need to use too much weight, put the body under too much risk. This is a move that, you know, in an off season I go really heavy on. I'll go up to 50, 60 or more kilo dumbbells in each hand. Really good for building glute, quad, ham size, just lower body. Really, really good move for strengthening deadlift and squat. But at this point, it feels risky. Like some of my joints feel a bit tight at the moment. That's why I'm using the pre-exhaustion technique. Getting the bulk of the work done on isolation moves, and then I move into the compound stuff a bit later on. My safety net for retaining strength is on a Sunday, as I mentioned. On a Sunday, I am hitting deadlifts, bench press, dips, heavy barbell rows. You know, I'm covering all bases there with a heavy compound, and I'm just going in there to move slag iron. So yeah, onwards. Let's gather things up. Oh. Okay. Oh. Hey bud, how are you? You okay? It's been a while. I recognise those legs a mile off. The old hammies hanging off here. You okay?
Yeah, not too bad.
You're looking lean, man.
Just plateaued for like last few years, but I had to lose to get into the job. And now, yeah, I'm just trying to lose a bit more. Well, a little injury as well. So
Is it your first one?
Yeah.
Oh, congrats, mate.
Yeah,
When?
December.
Wow.
Girl.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be,
You've heard it before, but best thing.
people have said the opposite. No, I didn't. They're like, your life's over now, that's it.
mate, for me, everything elevated
Yeah.
when Wolf came along.
How old is he now?
Just turned 3. Yeah, just turned 3. But it's like the entire reason we're here is
Yeah,
is to have kids. I think personally,
Find myself working more already and stuff like that.
and that's it, right? So like your output increases, your motivation increases, your sense of fulfillment. For me, it was massive, and I'm sure it'll be the same for you, man.
Hopefully. I've just got to fit around shifts and stuff like that.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah. But are you a member down in LA or?
A couple of months, yeah, just trying to get in shape for November.
Are you competing again?
I've got a couple of shoots for like a new business I'm starting, so I've got some pressure on me. Stairmaster, mate. That's the only reason I joined. That thing over there is brutal.
But I always put Netflix on and just,
It's so effective.
obviously not as fast, but
It's so effective. Keeps me accountable to actually get some work done.
I know.
If I hit the bag or get on a treadmill or a bike, I can't emulate that intensity.
no, I love
I
that.
just can't. So
I always put Netflix on now. I'll leave you to it. It's nice to see you.
good to see you, man.
Take care.
Take care, yeah. Okay. This looks pretty good. I like this. Yeah, this can work. All right. Yeah, let's do this then. Okay. So, split squats, a couple of body weight to warm up. Ooh. All right, let's get some dumbbells. Okay. Still warming up. Okay. Still warming up. Okay. Oh. Okay, cool. So on these, we're just going to do standard straight sets, 3 sets to 12. Quality, big stretch, gentle touch on the knee to the floor, focusing on maintaining as much of an upright position as possible. That's crucial. What I'm trying to cue is rear knee bending first, and that way I keep the front shin completely vertical. So watch this. If this knee bends first, you can see that I come straight down and this knee stays more vertical. If this knee bends first, I'm inclined to come forward. I don't want to do that. I want to get a big stretch in the quads. I want to work evenly through the midline of my body, distribute weight evenly between front leg and rear leg. So cue the rear leg bending first. You'll see how that looks in just a second. Oh, definitely need to hydrate now. There's no aircon in this gym at the moment. Okay then guys, let's work. Okay, first set. Quality movement is key, smooth, controlled. Let's go. Okay. Fuck me. Oh. Holy shit. Oh. Christ. That's horrific. Oh. Damn. That's fucking horrible. Definitely a bit ambitious there with the weight selection. I thought that'd be comfortable, I won't lie. It's quite embarrassing. I really thought that would be comfortable. Looks like I hit my legs pretty hard already. You know, this black shirt and black shorts set that I'm wearing, it's hiding a hell of a lot of sweat. I'm drenched. The hat actually is serving three functions actually. Function number one, holding the old mic. Function number two, sweat out my eyes. Function number three, looking like a bodybuilder and looking cool, like an Instagram bodybuilder. Right, we're gonna go again. We're gonna consolidate. Rather than hitting 12 again on the first set or the first leg, and then I know my body well, I'll be good for about six reps if I go straight into my other leg. I'm gonna go 10 and 10 for set 2. Absolute savagery. By the way, guys, the format, I'm going to do 4 of these live sessions. No, it is 3 of these live sessions each week. The 4th one will be a run through where I actually give commentary and just cut to each working set area and give coaching advice, top tips on each exercise, why I'm doing it, how you can make yours better, and so on and so forth. This is actually more talking during this session than I think I'll be doing typically. Once I get into a rhythm, it's just going to be me training, and then that 4th session will be like a coaching run through, so you can get the most value, get the most information, get the most help from the videos. But I'm just very much trying to get my rhythm with this, trying to get used to streaming, particularly streaming in a public place. It's weird, I tell you. It takes some. It's just different, you know. You get used to anything, don't you? But initially, I won't lie, it's it's a bit strange. Okay, that's enough rest. Let's go. 10 and 10.
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder.
Whew. Fuck me. Holy shit. Oh. Oh. Fuck my ass. But one more, baby. Everybody wanna be a bodybuilder. Shit. Fucking horrific. All right. See, look. Second bottle. Almost done. Any of my clients watching this, how often do I go on about water consumption? I always recommend at least 3 to 4 litres a day. If you're training, 2 of those litres, at least, probably more like 3, are going to get consumed just in your training session. Easily. Oh. Okay. Gonna get some water, and then we're gonna go again. Great. Okay, right, let's go again. Last one, 8 and 8. Okay. Okay. Fucking hell. That's split squats. I'm done. Oh, getting that a lot in my glutes, which is great. Bit of a predominance on quads today, but that's okay. Deadlifts yesterday put a hell of a lot through the hamstrings. Isolated hamstrings well earlier, hit the adductors, which I guess you could class as, well, they are posterior, just about posterior, not hamstrings as such. So yeah, good even distribution of upper leg musculature. We can do a bit of calves to finish. I don't have very good calves. This right calf is better. The left one is pretty much non-existent. I'm trying to bring it back, but I had a Achilles reattachment after I snapped it a few years ago, and the calf just instantly disappeared after that. Is what it is. They're pretty shit anyway. Alright, let's put these dumbbells away and hit some calves. Right, see if they've got a calf raise. Excuse me, is there a calf raise machine here, do you know?
There isn't, no.
Okay.
Press, or you put a bench on a step on it.
Yeah,
Do that, but
probably
no,
the best option,
unfortunately,
isn't
they're
it?
missing it, aren't they, really?
Yeah, I mean there is the Newbury curse, which means we're not allowed to have calves if we're from Newbury. That's what I found, but
Is that what you found?
well,
Same at,
but
that's
yeah.
sort of shorts on, so some people find them up.
No, you're right actually.
But no, mate, unfortunately not. No,
Pec Fly as well. That's
yeah, no.
quite random. Like that's probably the most popular bit of kit in a gym.
Rear delt as well.
Yeah, I mean you know the one that does both.
switch
Yeah,
it round.
yeah. That's baffling. Oh well.
Yeah, I agree. Very much. First session.
I've been here a week, so just make my way through everything. Yeah. What's your name, sorry?
James.
Julian. Good to meet you, man. I'll jump on in, figure something out. Right, guys. I think my battery's going to run out. I think this streaming absolutely rinses the battery. So I'm going to call it here. I'm going to hit calves. I promise you, I'm going to hit calves. I'm going to hit calves on the Smith machine because there's no calf raise machine in this gym. But thanks for tuning in. The schedule for the live You can see it on my Instagram page, Julian Titanium. It will be in the highlights, but it's also in my second most recent post. But I'm going to stick it in my highlights live schedule. As I said, we'll do 3 live training sessions per week. The 4th one will be a run through where I just skip to each training part and give coaching tips with a split screen. And then the Saturday live stream will be a Q&A. So you can submit your questions for Q&A on my Instagram page, again on the live stream post, and I'll put it up in my stories as well. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Still very much getting used to the format, the process, the system, connectivity, frame rates, audio, all the rest of it. So thanks for your patience, and for any of you guys who have subbed already, thank you. It's like literally almost, it's pretty much day 1, it's week 1. So yeah, I appreciate the support. All right, let's push on.